Yes, Kenya. Tamu sana, yes. Yesterday, Professor Kithure Kindiki, speaking to a parliamentary committee, described the immigration department in his ministry as a crime scene. Capital FM Kenya, breaking. CS Kindiki terms Nyayo House passport center as a crime scene, vowing decisive action to dismantle cartels as backlog source. So Professor Kithure Kindiki is insinuating that there are some cartels in the Department of Immigration. And this is not the first time we are seeing a government official talking of cartels. Rigathi himself has been talking of cartels. And at one point, Rigathi said that cartels killed his late brother, Nderitu. So top government officials are blaming some cartels in this government. Who are these cartels? If these top government officials don't know who they are and they can't deal with them. Kithure Kindiki was referring to the issue of passport issuance because for some months now, there is backlog of passport applications. Kenyans are being told that the printing machine, the one printing the passports, broke down. So Kenyans have to wait. As Kenyans are being told that, those with money are getting the passports. And we are being told that some rogue officials are demanding even to a tune of 50,000 Kenya shillings to be given a passport. If you have 50, 40, 30,000, then most definitely you get that passport. If you don't have anything, you are being told that the machine has broken down. And Kenyans are fully convinced that corruption is happening in that department. And Kenyans have varied opinions. One Kenyan here, Cyprian Nyakundi, shared out this yesterday. The corruption at Nyayo House is led by none other than the Director General, Directorate of Immigration Services, Evelyn Cheluget. All the corruption money collected is taken to the NIS. All the corruption money collected is taken to her. NIS, DCI, and everyone knows that, but ignore it. Nyayo House corruption. So we are being told that the problem here is this Evelyn Chepletin Tarus Cheluget. All money collected through those passports are being taken to her. DCI, NIS, they know all about this, but they're not taking action. What's going on here, ladies and gentlemen? Where is the anti-corruption? What's happening here? I want us to dig deep into this for Kenyans to understand in clear terms what's happening at the immigration department. If you are watching us but you have not yet subscribed, subscribe, give this video a like. Let's proceed. Yes, William Ruto appointed Evelyn Chepleting Tarus Cheluget in May this year. And before that, she was acting as the Director General, Directorate of Immigration Services. And for some times now, corruption has been rampant in this department. In fact, it has reached a crescendo in William Ruto's tenure. It has never reached the levels being witnessed today. So I'm tempted to agree that the problem might be this lady, Evelyn Tarus Cheluget. And Evelyn Tarus is acting brief for some other powerful forces in this government. That's coming out very clearly, because if NIS knows about this, DCI knows about this, but no action is being taken, that's a confirmation enough that this is a woman being protected by very powerful individuals in Kenya Kwanza government. And your guess can be as good as mine as to who might be protecting this lady. And then secondly, if you look at what is happening at the department and the minister saying that they're going to take action, describing the department as a crime scene, I think that's not helping Kenyans. We ought to be seeing arrests, because this is not the first time the professor is actually threatening to take action. He has actually threatened before, but nothing seems to be happening. So, who is this cartel? Because Rigathi is talking about cartels, Kithure Kindiki is talking about cartels. Who is this cartel? The cartel is the government. There is no cartel other than the government. These are leaders who are just taking Kenyans as fools. There is no cartel other than the William Ruto's government. So they should admit and accept the fact that this is a very corrupt government and they have failed to fight corruption. In fact, corruption is going up in a William Ruto's government. And for those who have been following me here, I've always maintained that corruption in this government is going to increase. Previously, Kenya was losing about a third of its annual budget to corruption, according to Auditor General's report. But with this government, this Kenya Kwanza government, I'm seeing a very high possibility where instead of Kenya losing a third of its annual budget to corruption, it's most likely going to lose half. Like right now, our budget is about 3 trillion. 1.5 trillion, most definitely, is being pocketed by rogue elements in this government. And I'm saying that with a lot of confidence, without any fear of contradiction. A lot of corruption happening in this government. And that should be a lesson and a warning to Kenyans that these politicians don't change. Even before this government was elected, or rather came to power, all signs were written all over that its leadership was not worth holding public office, going on the numerous corruption allegations that were leveled against its leadership. So Kenyans should expect more of this. I'm seeing a very high possibility where taxpayers' money will be looted to a point the coffers will be dry. And already we have started seeing some implications of that. We have started seeing some implications. We have seen the civil servants can't be paid on time, NHIF dying, education sector dying, no new developments being initiated. Instead, the top leadership, they're just playing the usual politics, campaigning, moving around the country campaigning, attacking and abusing the opposition leaders. So it's a fact that Kenyans should be prepared for more and more such news of corruption in this government. And also from what is happening at the immigration department, that goes on to confirm that some Kenyans have got some mental issues. I fail to understand how a sane Kenyan With all the evidences that were produced before the election, some Kenyans still went ahead and voted Kenya Kwanza government. I don't think that can be a sane Kenyan. Something is seriously wrong with our education sector. If at all our education is the one producing such individuals voting these conmen and conwomen. And I'm just trying to quote what Abdul Badida said some few days ago, that the problem is not even removing William Ruto. The problem is our education system that is producing Kenyans who can elect people like William Samoei Ruto. That's the problem, ladies and gentlemen. As I conclude, Professor Kithure Kindiki's admission that immigration department is a crime scene now reinforces this notion that this is a very corrupt government, a government that cannot fight corruption. Kithure is actually a top government official. If Kithure was an opposition leader who made those remarks, then we could have said that maybe he was making those remarks because he's in the opposition. But Kithure is a top government official. In fact, those remarks confirm that Kithure is admitting that he can't fight corruption in his ministry. And that goes on to confirm that there might be some powers above Kithure pulling the strings. How I only wish that Kithure Kindiki, with that realization, should just be man bold enough to resign from a corrupt government. Failure to which will also say he's equally corrupt. Yes. Let me stop it there, ladies and gentlemen. If you are watching us but you have not yet subscribed, subscribe, give this video a like, and to any other person who may want to support our forum, contact me through that number below. Yes, contact me through that number. And to any other person watching us outside Kenya, but you have not yet subscribed, subscribe, give this video a like. Let's meet in our next analysis. Thank you.